Hello Collective, this is Tad from Artemis Oracle doing your week ahead reading for March 31st. So I just want to see what things you need to look out for the week ahead. This is going to be for all signs. First, I'm going to go do a collective reading and then go into each sign with 3 tarot cards. But first, we're going to get the general theme using the Life Happens deck. So it's funny because I'm using the Wild Unknown Tarot, and I haven't used this for a couple of weeks, and the High Priestess card popped out. So I was like, yep. And I was asking angels, please let me know what I should do today for the collective, what message I need to get out for the collective. So it's what you need to look out for the week ahead from March 31st. Okay, so let's get the general theme for the collective. Oh, hater. Okay. All right. So there may be somebody that is watching you, stalking you, basically looking at everything you're doing and being a hater. They're possibly jealous of you, jealous of your accomplishments, jealous of the work you've put in, the recognition that you're receiving. And they look like they're studying you in some way, possibly to try to copy you, try to imitate you in some way. And you know what they say, imitation is the greatest form of flattery, you know. Okay, I think that's the message for the general. Okay, yeah, just look out for, and the general theme for the collective is just to look out for anybody who you may feel like is watching you, who may be watching your every move, who may be trying to document you doing something so that they can use against you, or they're possibly trying to copy you in some way. Be careful with your work. Make sure that you are saving your work, especially during this Mercury retrograde that's supposed to end on April 7th. It's currently in Pisces until April 7th. So be careful of any documents you have, you know, make sure you save things after you work on them, you put them away, you secure them somewhere. Also, beware of anybody watching you, copying your work. Maybe possibly watching the way you work, how you work, or trying to look for any discrepancies in your work to try to discredit you in some way, and possibly someone who may be looking at your work and may try to submit some sort of complaint or try to start some disciplinary action against you at this time. Okay, so look out for that. That's for the collective. Yeah, keep your defenses up. Keep your defenses up because, yeah, that's at the bottom of the deck. All right, so look out for that. Now let's go into Aries. Okay. What does Aries need to look out for the week of March 31st? What does Aries need to look out for the week of March 31st? Okay. Okay. Ooh, okay, so it looks like there's going to be some good things going on this week for you, Aries. You're going to be having a good time. You're going to be spending time with friends, celebrating something possibly. You may have been awarded something. You may be recognized for some good deeds or good work you're doing. You may be even looking extra gorgeous this week, extra beautiful, glorious in some way. And there may be some opportunities coming towards you. So look out for any signs. But of course, use your own discernment use your own discernment to determine whether the signs that you're receiving are basically telling you not to move forward, or if it's something that you should proceed with. Is it a safe opportunity or an opportunity that may bring more risk than reward? Okay, so let's get some tarot on that. Tell us about laughter for Aries. Tell us about laughter for Aries. Okay, there's something that may have ended, but something new is starting. And it's something that you're very happy about. You may have made some sort of accomplishment. And look, we have the 4 of Wands here. So you received some sort of success after completion of something. You completed something, or you're starting something new, and it's going to be successful. And you're going to be having, something to celebrate, something to, you know, go out with your friends and celebrate, laugh, have fun, possibly. some people, I don't know, some people, they celebrate when they get a divorce. So I don't know if it's something like that. But you had some ending. But you know, most endings are the start of a new beginning. So let's see about signs. Signs for Aries. What signs do they need to look out for? Emperor. Okay, so you're either taking control of your life, or you're meeting someone who is of emperor status, or you have caught the eye of an emperor. You may be, yeah, you may be, but this is your card, Aries. The Emperor card is Aries. So you may be feeling some sense of control, and you are looking at whatever signs you're getting. You already know what you need to do. These are opportunities that you have brought into your life because of success that you've attained. Some sort of control you have, or possibly you being very savvy with something is bringing these opportunities for you. So you're at this point where you're going to be having the power. You're going to have power over a final decision that you need to make. You may be receiving some sort of offer of some sort. It could be a love offer. It could be a job offer. It could be an opportunity to collaborate with someone, that type of offer. But you have the final say. You're the one that has the authority to move something forward. Now let's find out about glow up. Daughter of Wands. So that's Page of Wands. So Page of Wands is about like being something new, something fresh, something that's very creative, and is really getting your juices going, your creative juices going. And it's something that that you want to share. It's something that makes you happy. It may have to do with beauty in some way. Maybe you're starting some new beauty regimen or treatment. You're doing something different, something that's new to you, but it's possibly what's giving you that youthful appearance, something that's making you look fun, youthful, energetic, something that is possibly making you feel like you have more energy, like you are, that it does something to you. It's making you feel really good about yourself. It's making you feel really happy. And yeah, it's something that you need to continue doing, because we got the Nine of Cups. It's going to be a wish fulfillment. I don't know what it is that you're doing that's making you feel good, look good, but keep doing it, because it's bringing you some wish fulfillment, especially if it's the beginning of something. The ultimate result is going to bring you a lot of happiness. So continue doing whatever it is you're doing. Okay, Aries, so that's what you need to look out for the week of March 31st. And let me see, I could get you an advice card. What advice do you have for Aries? What advice do you have for Aries? All right. What advice do you have for Aries? Oh, the card flipped. Give. This may be a time for you to start giving. You may be, if there's something, a new achievement you're reaching, or you've been successful in attaining, and it's the time to share that happiness with other people. So it says, one of the best feelings we can experience is giving to others. When we do so, we feel lifted up and our lives improve greatly because of someone else's happiness. Think of one way you can give to another today. So the week of March 31st is asking you, if you're feeling good, you are able to give. Share some of your happiness with others. Do something nice for somebody else. Maybe that's what you're doing that's allowing you to feel really good about yourself, but that's your advice for the week, to do something where you're giving to someone else. But remember, don't overextend yourself where you end up with nothing, because remember, your cup has to runneth over before you can start pouring into other people's cups. Okay, so now I'm going to go into Taurus. 9:32 for Taurus. Hello, Taurus. This is time for Artemis Oracle doing your week ahead reading for March 31st. I hope you are doing well and staying safe. Let's see what you need to look out for the week ahead. If you haven't checked out your bonus reading, it was very interesting, very different message, but you should go check it out. especially if you're in a love relationship of some sort. Okay. So we have 3. Wow, this is interesting. Okay, you have intimacy, awakening, heartbroken. You know what, I feel like changing the order of these cards because I feel like you've gone through some sort of heartbreak in the past, but it's bringing some sort of awakening, some type of understanding about how you want your future intimate relationships to be. Or you possibly were in an intimate relationship that didn't turn out the way you wanted, but you gained an understanding, or maybe you were awakened to something that made you sad, it disappointed you. So that could be something that's going to happen this week, or it's something that could have happened. Let's find out. Can you tell us about intimacy for Taurus for the week ahead? Tell us about intimacy. Okay, we have the Magician. So any partnership you may have had or you're going to make, it's something that you may have manifested. It's something that you've been thinking about, dreaming about. I don't know, for some reason I think this is the past. Or maybe you're having a better understanding of what you want in a relationship, and that's what's bringing this awakening. Is you're being awakened to something. So maybe this is you having to look out for anything that may lead to heartbreak. So yeah, I was thinking that, like, it's about you being aware. This week you may meet somebody that you may feel some sort of attraction with, someone that you may consider wanting to have an intimate relationship with, and they, you know, just use your discernment here. Okay. Venus is in retrograde right now. It went into Pisces on March 27th, and it's going to stay in Pisces until March, let me see, I believe it's April 12th. So that has an effect on your spending. It has an effect on your relationship, the way you look, the way you feel about yourself, what you value. But I feel like with with the Venus retrograde, they say that some people can come back. So I think that you're getting a different perspective this week about past heartache, and it's changing the way you view anybody who's coming towards you, who may be coming towards you, or maybe coming back around. You may have manifested this person, but there's some bit of anxiety that you have because of the heartbreak you've experienced in the past. So you are, you know, you gain some sort of understanding. Maybe you understand the heartbreak that came along in the relationship, and maybe how the other person is feeling. Well, another card fell out. Well, the Emperor card. So the Emperor card came out for Aries, but not in the same position. It's like you're taking control of, if you are feeling heartbreak, you're taking control of your feelings. You're becoming a bit more stoic in your approach at love. You're gonna probably be holding back emotionally because of past heartbreak, or because you have that fear of being hurt again. But I think you're getting an understanding, or this week you're going to be getting an understanding about anything that has happened in the past with anybody who may be returning. Someone you may have manifested the return, but you know, it's like maybe you're going to get some type of clarity, some closure in the situation. You may reunite with this person, but there may be a bit of uncertainty about that reunion because of what has happened in the past. You know, it's like the Magician, he's looking back at the past. The cheetah's turned, looking back at the worry, the anxiety, the stress. But I think it's you learning how to control this so that you can see things clearly for what they are. And whether, if it is a new situation or someone returning, you know exactly what you need to do. What authority, what decision, what final say you're going to have on this situation. If it's something that you want to start or restart. Is it something that's going to end, or you're not going to allow to begin at all? You know, you're going to keep your eyes peeled for anything that doesn't seem right, but you're also Yeah, you're the swords, with the swords here, with the nine of swords, and then this sword. It's like you're gonna cut out anything. If this is some type of communication that you're gonna be having with someone, because the sword is really sticking out to me. If there's any communication that you're gonna be having about this relationship with someone, you're gonna let it be known exactly what type of relationship it is that you want and what you will not tolerate. You're gonna let them know that if they do anything wrong, that you're gonna cut their ass off. That's what I'm getting from this. That you're going to make the executive decision about how this relationship, if it's a reunion or a new relationship, you're going to let them know what you accept, what is not okay, what is okay, what is not okay, what you will tolerate and what you will not tolerate. Yeah, because the heartbroken, you're not going to deal with this again. You know, you already know what the red flags to look out for, and you're letting them know that you're not going to be having that again. So let's see what your advice is when it comes to this, Taurus. Okay, expand. I like this because it's like you're expanding your mind, but also you're expanding the way you're understanding. You're expanding the way you're expressing yourself, because you may have had withheld these feelings. Maybe these are feelings that you never really expressed because you felt like if you were to give more or say more, that it will push people away. But then you holding stuff in, holding like things that were done, things that were said, and not addressing it, it's kind of what closed you in. It kind of created this, it's like you were bound by this heartbreak, you were bound by this disappointment, but you're like releasing yourself, you're expanding yourself from this, and you're understanding how important it is for you to express when something isn't working for you and when something is. So what it's saying here, though, is you're being asked to expand. You live in a huge world with endless possibilities, and staying safe in the known is no longer working for you. It's time to make your world bigger, just a little bit bigger. It's time to imagine the possibilities and go for them. I feel like what this is your understanding that you cannot restrict yourself. You cannot restrict your feelings. You cannot restrict your thoughts just to please anybody else. And if that means cutting somebody else out or cutting someone out because they can't accept or understand or empathize with how you feel and the way you want to be treated, and they can't meet that, then you realize there's so much more out there for you. You don't need to settle for anything less, because the whole world is out there for you. The sky's the limit. You don't have to settle for less. Okay, so let's see. I think that was it, Taurus. So this is what you need to look out for. And also I wanted to mention too, because with Venus being in retrograde, this affects you because Venus is your ruling planet. It's also gonna, like, this time you're gonna be aware of certain patterns and behaviors that have interfered with your relationships, love relationships, in the past. So it's going to be a time for you to start healing, to start releasing or ending anything that is no longer serving you, like setting healthy boundaries, you know, stopping patterns that kind of limit you, that don't allow you to expand at this time, especially when it comes to the heart space, because we do see there's intimacy, there's heartbroken, and then we have the Three of Swords, you know. So don't let your fears control the possibilities, the endless possibilities that exist when it comes to love. You know, there's so many different people out there that may be the right fit for you, you know. So don't feel like you should hold back from looking for love or being open to love. I don't think we should really be looking for love. I think that we should be open to it, because when we look, sometimes we find things that we don't even want, and when we're not looking, we find the things that we need the most. Okay, so I hope this is helpful for you, Taurus, and I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Take care. Bye. Hello, Gemini. This is Tam from Artemis Oracle doing your week ahead reading for March 31st. Let's see what you need to know, Gemini, for the week ahead. Humility, desperate, and longing. And the bottom of the deck, responsibility. Let's see. like you're being called to be humble at this time. You may be going through some desperate. There may be something that you're longing for, that you're desperate for. When I think of longing, is usually about, you could be longing for a new home, you could be longing for a relationship, you could be longing to be married, to have a family, to have more money. There's so many things you could be longing for, and you may be in a desperate situation right now. A situation that's having you feel humbled this week. You may be facing some situation that is going to require you to be humble, because there may be a sense of desperation, and maybe your desperation or maybe somebody else's desperation. There may be somebody who's desperate for you, who is longing to be with you, but there's maybe some responsibilities that are interfering. It could be with anything. It could be with work. It could be a love relationship. It could be someone who's interested in you. It could be a family situation. You know, you take it as it resonates. Okay, let's tell us about humility for Gemini. Okay, so we have you have your guard up against somebody, because there may be somebody talking about you. There may be somebody discussing you in some way. When I think of the Three of Cups in this deck, it just reminds me of these two people who are talking to a higher up. And you may feel a need to keep your guard up. I don't know, like for some reason what popped in my head is you may have said or done or said something that you may be regretting, and you may be fearing that other people may be talking about it. You may be fearing that there may be some gossip about you, and it's like just the thought of it is causing some sort of desperation. Or maybe you heard something about somebody or something that's making you feel desperate. Okay. That popped in my mind. That might not resonate with everybody. It could be some work situation too, where there may be some type of, like you wanted a promotion and you want to stand out against the crowd, and you may have been feeling like you had to be on the defensive because there is some sort of competition. There may be some type of performance review that's being discussed. And you're hoping it goes in your favor, because it's going to allow you to have some sort of ascension. It's going to bring you some sort of liberation. It's something that you've been really wanting and longing for in a way. That may resonate with somebody. It may come with great responsibility too. So desperate. We have the Son of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is someone who's very action-oriented, very creative, passionate. Maybe a bit, I don't want to say flaky, but someone who may be a bit unreliable in some way. So tell us more. Eight of Wands. So okay, this is taking a turn. There may be somebody wanting to communicate with you. There may be a Knight of Wands, and the fact that I said unreliable, there may be someone who is feeling desperate to communicate with you. It may be someone that you kept your guard up from, someone that you may have met or are friends with, a part of a group, a community, or work, and this person wants to come forward to communicate with you. They may be feeling a sense of desperation to communicate with you. This makes sense because of the longing. This is something that they've probably been holding back for a while. It's been a burden for them. See, the responsibility is the Ten of Wands. And desperate. It's giving that fiery air, because we are in Aries season. So this matches the season right now, because Aries is a go for it, like go after it, go get it type of energy. It's what lights a fire under your butt. So maybe this person feels that urge, feels that desperation. They feel like they need to take some sort of action towards you, and it's something that they've been longing for. What exactly are they longing for, Spirit? I'm going to shuffle this real good. What is this Knight of Wands longing for? They want to communicate something to you. What exactly do the Knight of Wands want to communicate, Spirit? What are they longing to communicate? What are they longing to communicate? Okay. Oh, okay. Father of Pentacles. Father of Pentacles is someone who is stable, secure, financially abundant, mature, well-established. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands about a new beginning. Okay, so like if this is a work situation, this is like taking another turn. This reading is so interesting because it could be work or like a relationship. If it's a Knight of Wands, there may be somebody who's in competition for the job that you want, promotion, something, but they're desperate to receive the communication that will go in their favor. However, if you may be getting news about this specific thing that you may have been longing for, the promotion that you've been longing for. If that applies, please take it as it resonates, that you may be getting it. The Ace of Wands is going to be a new beginning for you. Now, if it's love, this is someone who is going to communicate that they can see establishing a future with you and they want to have a new beginning with you. They have passion. They see the possibility of growth for you. No, growth for you and them together. We got Temperance. They feel like that you and them can have a balanced relationship where there will be equal give and take, where you could pour into each other, but in a way that brings balance. That there will both be emotions, and there will, healthy emotions, but also the passion that they can see having a passionate and both emotional, loving relationship with you. Because I see the water and then the fire. It's like they see having that both things with you: the stability, the growth, the passion, and the love. This is something that they've been longing for. Yeah, oh my gosh, look, the 10 of Cups came out. They see that you and them can have a prosperous future together, that you can be happy, be in harmony together. You know, they want to I love this, because if you look on the responsibility card, and it's a new outlook, they're looking at things from a different perspective. But if there's a glare, I apologize. I'm just trying to reduce it in some way. But if you look at the responsibility card, there's like this bridge, this pathway that this couple's walking on, and it looks like it's like a divine guided relationship, a divinely guided relationship, because you see these two hands. It's like they're merging together. It's like, here, this is for you. Here, we're bringing you together. But it's like there's a partnership. So they can see having happiness, harmony, love, passion, growth with you. So you may be receiving some sort of communication for someone. It could either be about a job, or it can be about someone coming forward and sharing their feelings with you, expressing their love for you, Gemini. Okay, so yeah, it looks like you have something very exciting to look forward to this week. If this video resonates with you, please like and subscribe to Artemis Oracle. And I'm wishing you a wonderful week ahead. Take care. Bye. Hello, Cancer. This is Tam for Artemis Oracle, doing your week ahead reading for March 31st. For the week of March 31st. Let's see what Spirit has for you. What message does Spirit have for you for the week ahead, Cancer? What does Spirit have for you for the week ahead? Okay, laughter. Aries got that card too. Rock bottom. Ooh, okay. Anything else? All right. Wow, that basically is happening. Needy. Ooh. Defense mechanism. Let's see. I don't know how laughter has to do this, but I feel like you're going to be overcoming something this week. You're going to feel like you hit the rock. You're going to feel like you hit rock bottom with something. That you're going to feel like you're going to need a lot of support to get yourself out of something that has been overwhelming. You know? You may be a masculine energy that is going to need the support of a feminine energy. Or this is a time where you're going to be feeling some sort of overwhelm and at work. But then it's going to require you to go to your softer side, to employ your feminine side, to bring you some type of comfort or solace. Maybe it's a time for you to, this week, to take care of yourself, to do the things that bring you happiness, possibly cooking a meal, baking, self-care in any way. I think that something's going to happen that's going to bring your defenses up, but it's like something that you kind of have to stand down from, that you can't act, but all you can do is protect yourself in the way that you're like protecting your energy, protecting your output, and going within, nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself, doing things that make you happy. I feel like that's what you may need to look out for. With whatever rock bottom, it could be anything. Anything can happen unexpectedly that kind of shifts, or in a way kind of changes things for you. Or maybe you're at this point where you're feeling some sort of pressure, and it may be pressure that you're putting on yourself, because the rock bottom is under you. You're on top of it, but you're scratching your head. It's like you can come above it. You can rise above it. But don't allow the stress to get to you. Allow yourself to find time to take care of yourself, nurture yourself, and have a good time. Make time for play, especially if you are feeling overworked. And I feel like the defense mechanism is just really you taking care of yourself, taking a break, putting up a shield, especially if there are people asking so much from you that you're feeling overwhelmed, overworked, and underappreciated. So, make time to take care of yourself. That's what I'm getting from this. But let's use the tarot to clarify. Okay. I'm going to shuffle these really well for you, Cancer. Let's clarify laughter. I feel like laughter. That's self-explanatory. But let's see what this rock bottom is. What is this rock bottom that they need to look out for, Spirit, for the week of March 31st? Tell us about rock bottom. Tell us about rock bottom, Spirit. Okay. Let's see. Okay, you have the Four of Swords with the Five of Swords and the Eight of Cups. Okay, to me, this is like some severance. Something's going to end. Something's going to be cut off. Because with the Eight of Cups, that has to do with leaving something that is no longer working for you, no longer fulfilling you. It could be you're ending some sort of friendship. It could be ending some sort of communication, because swords are about, or maybe you're ending thoughts of overwhelm, thoughts, maybe conflict. There may be some conflict, so there may be some conflict that's going to come up that is going to require you to rest, to restore, to rejuvenate, to look within, meditate, pray, because some sort of ending. Someone may be leaving a job possibly, and you may end up having to pick up the slack, or there may be some conflict at work that is going to end, and it's going to allow you to have some sort of peace. But it may come, well, if I'm telling you about it, it's something that you have been keeping your defenses up for, or have been keeping your defenses up against, because, conflict can sometimes arise, but if it comes to rock bottom, it's something that has been happening over time, and it reached this level where it's just too much to take. So something is going to end, and it's going to bring you a sense of relief. It's going to bring you, allow you to rest, to recover, to restore yourself. Or you're actually going to be cutting whatever conflict off, so that you can focus on taking care of yourself and focus on the things that make you happy, that bring you joy. That's what I'm getting. But somebody's leaving, because the Eight of Cups has to do with leaving. So it could be you deciding to leave a conflict, no longer engage in it, so that you can protect yourself. Because the Four of Swords is also protection too, because if you're disengaging, that's one way that you're protecting your energy. That's how you're defending yourself. That's your defense mechanism. Detaching is your defense mechanism. So I think that's your advice for this week, to detach and not give into anything that is going to stress you out, overwhelm you, or no longer give into something, and were it possible. But your best bet is to protect yourself from anything that is draining of your energy, your happiness, of your life force, your precious energy. Okay, what advice do you have for Cancer? What advice do you have for Cancer, Spirit? Presence. You're being asked to spend more time in the present moment to stop ruminating about the past. It could be that you're being ruminating about the past and it's time to let go. Or longing for the future. Your life is happening right now, and when you're in the present for it, you miss all of its beauty. And slow down. Life isn't a race, nor is it a competition. You need to slow down. Doing so doesn't make you weak or less than. It makes you strong, wise, and much better able to navigate life with clarity and ease. And you know, when you take the Four of Swords into account, you cutting off this conflict, you ending this conflict, and I say cutting it off is because this worm is cut in half. So it's like you can't be feeding into something again, you know, or you're no longer feeding into something. You're ending something and you're restoring yourself. You're taking a break. You're slowing down. You're detaching in some way. So yeah, so that's the advice. Stay present and slow down. You know, stay present in the moment. Be focused on your own feelings. Be focused on what brings you happiness. Don't focus on the past or anything that has transpired in the past. Just keep looking forward. Detach where possible. I know it can be difficult with work, but you know, sometimes you don't have to engage. That's the easiest thing. Just don't engage. You know, don't feed into anything, and just focus on being happy. Focus on your needs. Focus on taking care of yourself and protecting your energy. So that's your advice for the week. So that's something you need to look out for the week ahead. I hope this is helpful for you, Gemini. If it is, please like this video and subscribe to Artemis Oracle. Thank you so much and have a great week ahead. If I said Gemini, I apologize. I meant Cancer. Have a great week ahead, Cancer. Take care. Hello, Leo. This is Tam from Artemis Oracle doing your week ahead reading. Let's see what you need to look out for the week ahead for March 31st. Spirit, what does Leo need to look out for the week ahead? What does Leo need to look out for the week ahead? Cards fell. Cards fell. Ooh, okay. Leo. What we have is move on, boundaries, secrets. Okay. Leo. I feel like some secrets are going to be revealed that are going to cause you to feel like you need to create a boundary and move on from a situation. You may find out somebody has been doing something against you, hasn't been completely honest, or has been deceptive in some way, and that you need to move on from the situation. You know, you need to protect yourself. You need to take a break from the situation at the very least. You need to rest, recharge. If it isn't like deceptive, it could be you feel like someone is not being completely honest and is withholding something from you. Maybe somebody's holding a boundary, or you maybe feel like someone is attempting to cross your boundaries, to get into your secrets, to learn your secrets in some way. Let's see. What is move on, Spirit? For Leo. What does Leo need to know about the week ahead, Spirit? What does Leo need to know about the week ahead, Spirit? What does Leo need to know about the week ahead, Spirit? Mother Swords. Okay, what does Leo need to know? Yeah, so you're going to get some information. The Devil card came out. Wow. Wow, a lot of cards came out. All right. You have the four. No, this is the Six of Cups. So there may be somebody coming back from the past. Yes, and the work. Oh, it's somebody from the past. Someone that you may have worked with in the past. Ooh, there may be an Aquarius, a Capricorn. We also have the Fool, the Nine of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. Okay, wow, 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 wow. This is interesting because this is a lot of cards. I gotta look at it. I think this is someone from the past that you created a boundary with because you felt like they were keeping secrets. This is someone that you made a cut off, that you, you know, you were using your own discernment, and their actions were not, they were, what you were saying made you think that they were being deceptive in some way, with the devil showing up. It's like you felt like this person may have been lying or doing things behind your back, being dishonest and not truthful. So that made you want to create a boundary and have a new beginning where you could feel happiness, that you could pursue, go towards what will bring you wish fulfillment and happiness. But it seems like this person may be coming back from the past, someone that isn't ready to, I don't know, they may have been stuck. Maybe this person has been stuck, but the Eight of Swords is about focus. It's about hard work, being very focused on what you're doing so that you can get the results of the Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. But it's like the person wants to come back from not giving into the situation, not focusing. Maybe they weren't focused on the relationship. They may have been focused on other things, and they want to come back. Not exactly sure why they want to come back, but it's like maybe they, whatever, what were they doing? Wheel of Fortune, okay. I think you may have seen some behavior in them that was changing. You saw changes in them that you didn't like, that made you question them and made you feel like you should move on, because the changes, though the Wheel of Fortune came on the upright, and the devil, tell me more about the Wheel of Fortune and the devil. Okay, the Leo, your card came out, Strength. It didn't come out, but it flipped out. It flipped, but it didn't come out. Mother of Cups. Okay. Something changed. Someone left. Mother of Cups. That's a water sign energy. I feel like you felt like this person, you were moving on from this person. You may resonate with being the water sign to the Mother of Cups, because you may have left the situation because you saw changes that you didn't like. The changes that you observed, that you were able to discern with the King, Father of Swords. It made you decide to make this final decision to move on, to cut off, create a boundary with this person, because the changes that you were seeing with the Wheel of Fortune and the Devil caused you to want to walk away, to move on, and to go have a new beginning, and go somewhere where you can be happy, where you can have your wishes fulfilled, where you can be emotionally satisfied, where you feel satisfied. You may not have been satisfied in this relationship, and now you know you want to work on what brings you happiness, but this person wants to come back. Why does because the six of Cups is about nostalgia. It's the past, but it's like someone with it in reverse. It's like the person isn't moving on from the past. Maybe the person is still stuck thinking about the past. And with the Eight of Pentacles, it's like they're stuck. They're like, it's like they're not making any sort of progress in whatever it is that they want. And I feel like this person may want to come back. Maybe this person feels like they need to talk to you. Okay. We have the Daughter of Swords. Yes, this person has been watching you in some way, because this is the Page of Swords with the Lovers. This person wants to, I believe this person wants to come back from the past and try to reunite in some way. I think they're looking and they're waiting and observing if this person may have been I feel like this person has been enlightened to something. They have a greater understanding about something. They were reflecting on the past, and they're seeing that, you know, maybe the way, maybe they can understand why they were being viewed as being deceptive in some way, and they wanted to come back. Because I love that the lovers have the two geese flying, and it's like they're going somewhere together. They're on a journey together. So possibly this person wants to return and, you know, offer some type of, I don't know, do they want to talk? Tell me about, because the Swords is about thoughts. It's about observation. The Page of Swords is someone who's learning, who's gaining information. So this person may be looking back on your relationship and has an understanding of why they were being viewed as being deceptive. And they may want to return to, I guess, bring clarity into the situation. Possibly, maybe they're looking to find secrets on you, or possibly they can see how they have been secretive in some way. Can you tell us more? Tell us more about the person in the Page of Swords. Tell us more about the person in the Page of Swords. Card fell. Okay. Someone has their guard up. Mother of Wands. They find you beautiful, they're attractive. It's like no one compares to you in any way. That this is the eclipse. This is like a solar eclipse. We just had one yesterday, the 29th. So I think this person is just like gaining an understanding, and they see that nobody compares to you, and they feel like you're the perfect match for them with the Mother of Wands, Father of Wands. They want to reunite in some way. They want to bring clarity into the situation. They understand and see that the relationship that you have is something that's important to them. But I think that I think that this vacay is you two have been on a break in some sort. Like you were on a vacation from each other. You were on a vacation from each other. The Empress. They see you as the Empress. They see you as intuitive. And wow, we got a lot of major arcana. With the Tower, yeah, something happened. Something happened. So I feel like this person is like getting intuitive downloads. They may be getting a better understanding of the situation. They see you as the Empress. They look at the moons right there. They see you as the Empress, and they want to move towards you. And they may come towards you, and it may be very unexpected. You may not be expecting this at all. Yeah, and look, we have the Moon card. Yeah, so the way this person has been feeling, everything, all the emotions that they've been experiencing have been hidden in the shadow. It's something that you didn't even know, because you possibly have not been in contact with them, and they've been hurt. They've been heartbroken from the separation, you know, and they want to communicate with you. They want to communicate with you. They have regret. They feel sad, and they want to return. I mean, they want whatever happened in the past, whatever the Tower was. Because I did see the Tower, right? The Tower came out, right? Didn't I swear I saw the Tower card. Was it? Oh, right here. Found it. The Tower. Whatever the Tower is, that they regret whatever happened, and they want to come forward. They want to communicate with you. They may come unexpectedly, and they want there to be peace and harmony. They want to leave the past behind. Whatever happened in the past, they want to leave it behind. They want a new beginning with you. Because of the heartbreak. They understand that the hurt they caused you, and because they're feeling it themselves during this break. Yeah, this time, look at this. Yeah, there hasn't been no communication with the Say Less card right here. But then you see here, we have nurture, the vacay, nurturing. So this time apart has allowed you to heal, to nurture yourself, may have allowed them to heal and nurture themselves. But they have been experiencing a wave of emotions, and maybe due to the partial lunar eclipse, or solar eclipse, sorry, the solar eclipse that has happened. So, yeah, this person has an understanding, and the fact that you and them have not been in communication has been heartbreaking for them in some way. Okay, so what is the advice for the Leos? What advice do you have for Leos? And Leo, you showed up with the Father of Wands, with the Seven of Wands. Anything else? Anywhere else? with the Ace of Wands. That's just fire energy. What advice do you have for Leo? Oh, wow. Lighten up. You're being asked to remember that life doesn't always have to be so serious. Yes, there are hard things happening. No, it's not easy to be here on Earth. But you can always find time to laugh, be silly. Laugh, be silly, and have fun. It's so important that you do so. Focus. You're being asked to shift your focus away from what isn't working toward what is. I think that's what you were doing when you decided to like move on from the situation, create boundaries. And if there's something that you need help with, you may be or there may be somebody asking for help, or you may be needing help in something. So you're being asked to request help from another. You don't need to deal with this issue alone. So if you have been in this place where you have been feeling heartbreak, reach out to anybody that you feel you could trust for help. Someone you could vent to, someone who is non-judgmental and can be impartial, like they'll listen without judgment, so. And it's just because you may be going through some difficulty right now, that doesn't mean you're any weak. And it's it's just showing that if you are going through something and you're able to ask for help, that just shows how much strong you are. So that might be a side message for somebody. So I hope this reading is helpful to you, Leo. If it was, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Artemis Oracle. I'm wishing you a wonderful week ahead. Bye. Hello Virgo, this is time for Artemis Oracle doing your week ahead reading for March 31st. Let's see what messages you need to know for March 31st for the week ahead. What messages do you need to know for the week ahead, Virgo? Oopsie. What messages does Virgo need to know for the week ahead? That card will not come out. What messages does Virgo need to know for the week ahead? This card and this card. Okay, we have say less, happiness, and celebration. Okay. Ooh. Gonna let that pass. What does Virgo need to know for the week ahead? I think you might be getting some good news that's going to bring you a lot of happiness, but it may be something that you want to keep to yourself, that you don't want to share with anybody else. It's something that you kind of want to savor and celebrate on your own, Virgo. You may be, if it's something that is going to give you public recognition, then it's something that you really you may not want to talk about. You don't want to share because I guess you want to savor that moment. But if it's something that other people are going to know about, I think you're going to keep your advice is to keep things to yourself, because celebration is like the Six of Wands to me. Happiness is the Sun, and say less is like, it's like, let's see, what would be the best to say less? I don't know what tarot card would be say less. Maybe the Four of Swords in a way, or maybe let's see, I'm thinking of any communication card. Being a hermit in a way, but I think that's a little extreme. Okay, so let's find out, what is the celebration? What is the celebration for Virgo? Well, you are the hermit, Virgo. Okay. Okay, the celebration is, ooh, strength. We got the Sun, the Strength card coming out. Okay, so this is something that you've put a lot of work, that you've put a lot of focus. It's something that you have been very dedicated to. Something that you have been working towards. And wow, we got the Two of Cups coming out. So maybe, ooh, the Star of Wish Fulfillment and the Son of Wands. With the Six of Wands. See, I said Six of Wands and it came out. Okay. You may be celebrating something. And you may be only wanting to celebrate with someone that you love. Someone that you care about. Someone that it's, and whatever the celebration is something that you have been very holding strong on. It's something that you didn't give up on. It's something that you were very focused and dedicated towards making come to fruition. You were using your passion, your drive to bring it to success. and it's a wish fulfillment for you. It's something that a wish come true in a way, and it's bringing you a lot of happiness. Or it could be that I feel like it's something that you want to celebrate with someone you love, not with a lot of other people. So it may be something that other people may know about, but you don't want to celebrate with a lot of people. You just want to celebrate like with close friends, something intimate. I think that's what it is. Okay. Happiness is self-explanatory, but let's find out why say less. No, let's find out about happiness. Why does this bring happiness to Virgos? Why does this make Virgo happy? Why does this make Virgo happy? Son of Cups, Knight of Cups. You may be getting some sort of love offer. I like that there's cups here. So this is something that you really love, that you care about. It's something from the heart. Something that you are passionate about, but also like emotionally invested in. Something that you're emotionally invested in. That is going to bring you happiness. Yeah, it may have been something that you've been working on with a team, a collaborative effort. Or maybe this is something that you've been co-creating with spirit. You know, it's an obstacle that you've overcome. Some sort of mountain you climbed. You know, this is giving Olympics. I wonder if this, I wonder, I know this is not all the colors, because I know there are 5 hoops or 5 loops in the Olympics logo. But maybe, I don't know, this is a side message, but maybe one of you may be finding out that you're going to be, and I don't know nothing about the Olympics, so I could be totally off base. So maybe you're athletic in some way. This could be like a victory cup. But you may find out that you may be invited to represent your country in the Olympics for some sort. And that's bringing you a lot of happiness. That's just a side message that may not resonate with all Virgos, okay? But it's like something that you put a lot of work with. You may have co-created with spirit. You may have had coaches. You may have had like mentors. You may have had been working with a small, very intimate group, and you know you're celebrating a win, but you want to keep it small. You don't want to celebrate with everybody. It's something that you want to not talk so much about. So why not? Why you don't want to talk about this? That's too many cards. That was too many cards. Why is Virgo? Why does Virgo have to say less? Why does Virgo have to say less? Why does Virgo have to say less? Ace of Swords. Mother of Cups. The Moon. I feel like this is something that you want to keep secret. That you only want to let only people that you love and care about know about. It's something that it's a truth, a realization that you can only celebrate certain things with certain people, because you know you don't really know how other people are going to react to it. Some people, if you say something, some people will be angry, some people will be jealous, some people may tell you, no, you can't do that, or you're not good enough, or yeah, that's not going to happen, you know. So that may be the reason why you're being asked to keep something to yourself. I feel like that's what it is. I think that you're just trying to protect this happiness, this victory, this win, this celebratory news that you're receiving to yourself, because you don't want to hear anything from naysayers. You want to protect yourself from that, because you may have overcome this in the past, where people have tried to limit you, limit your growth, limit your potential in any way by creating these creating these barriers, these obstacles for you. It's something that you fought against, and now you reach this point where you overcame the battles, you overcame the battles. I feel like that's the best way to put it, because you think of the wounded warrior, you know, with the 9 of Wands. So you overcame these battles, and now you want to celebrate, but you know that you have to celebrate with those who really care, who care about you, who support you and believe in you, and to keep the people who don't believe in you, people who want to limit your growth, who may be jealous of your growth. You want to keep them out of this. You don't want them to impact this good news, this wonderful experience that you're going to be happy about. So I think that's something you have to look out for. So congratulations, Virgo, if this resonates with you. And if it does, please like, share, and subscribe to Artemis Oracle. I thank you so much. And I'm wishing you a lovely week ahead. Bye. Hello, Libra. This is Tan from Artemis Oracle doing your week ahead reading. Let's see that card. Just what does Libra need to know about the week ahead, Spirit? What does Libra need to know about the week ahead, Spirit? Ooh, okay. Okay. Oh, I swear this looks familiar. Oh, wow. Hater. Ooh. Okay. I don't know. This looks like something somebody had last week. Okay, there may be some drama queen coming up, wanting, you know, who may be a hater, someone who doesn't support you and whatever you're doing, and they may be, you may be wanting to get aggressive with them, you know, but I think you're employing your softer side at this time. You're like paying them no mind, not giving them the attention that they're asking for, or even the reaction they may be asking for. This person may be unsupportive. They may be someone who may be watching you, who may be copying off of you, someone who may be observing you or looking for something to say about you, possibly something negative that they can use against you. But you're minding your own business. You're drinking your own water. You're making whatever you're making over here. You're doing your own thing. You're focused on yourself. You're focused on your happiness. You're focused on your self-care. You're focused on what matters. You're not paying any mind to this person, but they may try to get a rise out of you, because whatever reaction they want to get out of you is what they're going to try to use against you, Libra. Okay, so let's see. I want to know, what is this? And the drama queen could be a man, you know, so the sun. So that's Aries energy. So this may be involving an Aries, Libra. Sorry, Libra. I thought of Leo because the sun is Leo card. Yeah, this is someone who may be an Aries, and someone that you know from your community, someone you may know from work, someone that you may be friends with. That, but someone may be jealous of a masculine energy that you have in your life. Yeah, and they want to bring conflict. I feel like this person is jealous of your relationship, and they feel like they're in competition with you. I feel like they're trying to do something to make themselves seem like try to make themselves seem like they're better, like they're like doing the most. It's like they're trying so hard to make themselves stand out, but all they're doing is just making themselves look bad. Because in this card, the person's not even looking good. They're not even looking good. They're looking deceptive. They're looking toxic. Who is this drama queen? I feel like this drama queen has their eye on your partner. But you're busy doing your thing, and your partner's doing his thing, and he's not even paying her any mind, but she's trying to get his attention, and he's over there with his rock, like being a man and just throwing things and stuff. I'm sorry. It's just because he's there, like, I am Spartan. Libra, okay, I'm sorry. And it's funny, Libra and Aries, you're like the polar opposites on the zodiacal wheel. So it's interesting. Like, yeah, this person wants to cause a rift between you and your partner, but you are minding your business. You're feeling safe and secure. You know, you're nurturing, you're taking care of your home, you're taking care of your man, and he's like over there like being a caveman, doing his thing. And yeah, she's like, no, I want that. You know, he's my wish. You know, I want that, and I want to take him. But I feel like this is more personal, because you're calm. You're like within yourself. You're focused on yourself. You're focused on the things that matter. You look unbothered. She has all this fiery energy. She's working off her lower chakras. Basically, she's working off her root, her sacral chakra right now. And you know, you're zened out, and he's doing his thing, unaware, uncaring, unbothered, just as much as you are. So yes, this person is a coward, you know. If you know her, she's doing things behind your back. She's not doing things where you see it, or you just don't give a fuck. It could be that. But yeah, she's doing something behind your back, trying to interfere with your relationship, because in her way, that will make her feel like a star. That will make her feel like she's better than you. When actually, anybody who's trying to ruin a relationship, they're pieces of trash. Anybody going out of their way to ruin a relationship that is not theirs, that they're not a part of, and even if they are a part of it, like if it's their own relationship, that's trash. That's trash behavior. That's low vibing behavior, you know? So I feel like you and your partner are doing your own thing, unbothered, not even paying her any mind, and all she's doing is just creating negative karma for herself. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, I feel, yeah, oh my God, it's like karma. Look, the Wheel of Fortune. She's creating karma for herself, and it's not going to go in her favor. I know it's not in the reverse, but if you're looking at her actions, who is going to get good things acting like this? You know? Yeah, she's trying to break up your relationship. You may possibly be married. This may be your husband. Yeah, she's trying to break up your marriage in some way. That is so sad. That is so sad. But look at you, be muy tranquila. You're really like calm. You're like very focused. You're rested. You're not, you're unbothered by this. Okay, I feel like that's very self-explanatory. It looks like you're very zen and don't really need much advice, other than just to look out for this particular person who may be saying or doing things to try to interfere with your relationship. This person may be doing and saying things to get your partner's attention, but if you know your partner and you trust him, you know that you can tell if he's entertaining this or not. But it looks like from what I'm getting, is like he's just focused on his own thing, like if he's going out, he may be hanging out with his friends, maybe focus on that. He seems to be very happy in the relationship. And with the conflict, I don't think, no, this is Leo energy. 5 of Wands is Leo, and we have Leo here. So this person may be friends with him in some way, or may know his friends. And they probably are talking about her, but not in the best light. They probably like the competition. But I feel like this is her. I think if anything, your man may be focused on, if he isn't into sports, or if he's into some type of competitive thing, that's what he's focused on. He's more focused on that than anything else. That's what I'm getting. I'm not getting any negative vibes in the masculine energy. I think that there's a female, a third party trying to interfere in your relationship in some way. Yeah, because she's disappointed. She's sad because she's not the empress. You are the empress. This possibly is an ex. Yeah, and it may be an ex that cheated on him. But if it's the other way around, it may be your ex that cheated on you. You could take it how it resonates, but you got a hater in the midst, but they're gonna be revealed. They're gonna be revealed, and people are gonna know, and they're gonna talk. They're gonna talk about her. She's gonna get the attention she wants, but it's not gonna be good attention, and she's gonna get what she deserves. He or she is gonna get what they deserve. Okay, so yeah, that's it for you, Libra. I don't hope this reading resonates, but if it does, I hope it works out in your favor. And I'm wishing you a drama-free week ahead. Hello, Scorpio. This is Artemis Oracle doing your reading for the week ahead for March 31st, for the week of March 31st. Let's see what the sexy Scorpios need to be aware of for the week ahead. Okay, so it seems like somebody is going to cause you to put your guard up. There may be someone who is trying to get some secrets about you, somebody that you may have created boundaries with, but there's somebody that wants to come forward. This may be somebody that you have your boundaries up against, who wants to come forward and share a secret with you, who wants to communicate with you in some way. But let's look into tarot. Let's look at the bottom of the deck, actually. Naive. You may have been dealing with someone who was naive, who really didn't understand or was immature, who couldn't see things from your perspective, from your higher perspective. But I think this person may be returning because now they, if you created a boundary and you haven't been in contact. There has been some sort of divide between you, some time and space, some distance. The time and distance. No, that's not how the song goes. The distance and the time between us, and will never change my mind. Cause baby, I will die for you. Baby, I will die for you. Yeah. Okay. I feel like, yeah. There's somebody, it's like they're wish upon a star. I'm wishing on a star to follow where you are. I'm wishing on a dream to follow what it means. Okay, so someone wants to come forward and communicate. Yeah, you may have your guard up against this person. Okay, we have a couple cards that fell out. We have the Eight of Pentacles with the Son of Cups. So this person may be coming forward. They're very focused and they're coming forward, wanting to make some sort of offer to you. Son of Cups is usually the romance knight, the one that comes in with a romantic gesture, who expresses his emotions. But he's young. And he expresses it in a sort of vulnerable way, because since he's young, he's not like the King of Cups, who is more emotionally balanced and secure, who isn't necessarily, who can stay calm under certain situations. But I feel like this person wants to bridge the gap between you two. This person wants to come forward. They may want to expose a secret. We have the Seven of Wands, yeah, which the fence that flipped over. So this person, you know, knows that you have their guards up, that you have your boundaries up against them, or they may have held theirs up against you too. Father of Wands, this is someone who is very charismatic. They may be attractive, and passionate, creative, and they want to express their desire for you, most likely. But this is someone that you feel a sense that you feel like you have to keep your guard against. I don't know if this is someone from a past that you may have had a past relationship with. It may have been somebody that you were friends with, or possibly someone that you're possibly friends with, someone that you may have celebrated with, spent time with in the past. No, from a group, a community of some sort. So let's see what the Eight of Wands with the secrets. What's the Eight of Wands with the secrets? Yeah, the Six of Wands. So they want to move forward. They want there to be success. They are very focused on coming forward, wanting to express their emotions. We have two eights on the board. Okay, that's good. You have eight. So your eights may be significant to you. This person you may have seen this person on the 28th. You may see them on the 8th, or their birthday may be on the 8th, or something about eights. Something about eights. Okay. We have the Nine of Pentacles. So this is someone that has been focused on work, and has been trying to gain some type of success with work. You know, you may have felt like this person may have been giving to other situations, that this is someone you were dealing with, but they are primarily focused on work. They want to get money. They want to raise their money. They want to get a raise. They want to be financially secure. They want to be financially independent. So that's where a lot of their focus has been. And I see we have the 8 to the 9. So that shows some sort of progression. So they may have been coming off as being secretive, but it's because they've been focused on work. They've been focusing on trying to get some sort of recognition, some sort of promotion, some type of success when it comes to their work. Now, when it comes to boundaries and the Son of Cups, this person wants to bridge a gap and express emotions in some way. What do they want to say to Scorpio? What do they want to say to Scorpio? We have the 10 of Wands. So they have a lot of responsibilities. They feel like they have a lot of responsibilities. Because that flipped over. Responsibilities, okay. Naive. Then maybe they didn't really want to, maybe they didn't understand the relationship. They're stressing out. We have 9 on the board with 4. So they've been stressed out of creating some sort of stable environment for themselves, but they see you, they do want to come forward, and that may be a source of stress for them, because they want to have something stable and secure with you, with the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is about celebration, it's about success, it's about stability and some sort of gain. It could be when you think of the traditional tarot, you see somebody celebrating, maybe a wedding or something. So maybe they can envision you as someone that they would like to marry or have a long-term commitment or relationship with. But I feel like with the naive coming out, it may be something that they didn't really want, or they felt like it wasn't something that was attainable, or they've been in a way, I don't know, like it's like they felt like that you were away from them in some way, you know. But I think that maybe, you know, it's, you know what's weird, because when I look at the boundaries card, the person's like standing there, but it's like these little dots are coming up. So it's like they're standing there, but they're like, wait, where are you? Where are you? Why aren't you here? You know, like the space could, like this gap can indicate like distance and time since you last communicated, since you last interacted, or, you know, just some sort of break. You may have broken up with this person if this is someone you were with, you know. But it's like they're there, like waiting for you. They're waiting. I think that that's where the naivety comes from, because they thought that you would wait for them. Maybe you have waited in the past, but you're like, no thanks. You know, I've done that before. Let me work on my own stability. Let me work on my own financial independence. Let me get my own victories. Let me be focused on what I need to do. And let me have fun with friends. You know, have fun with friends, you know. So that may be it, the Son of Swords. So this person, the Son of Swords, may come in aggressively, unexpectedly, maybe coming in impulsively to take some sort of action, to communicate something to you, to share their thoughts with you. Yeah, they may, and this is, wow, Scorpio energy. So you may be dealing with another Scorpio, but this person is emotionally grounded and has been seeing things from a different perspective and wants to come forward and express their emotions to you. We have the Mother of Wands in reverse. So there may have been somebody else in the past, but I think that person is no longer in the picture. That's something that may resonate with you, and you are their wish. And look, we have the star here and the star here. So you're somebody that they have been thinking about. They may think about you during the night. Maybe they look at the stars in the sky in the night and they think of you. So that may resonate with you in some way. Okay. I don't know, for some reason, I feel drawn to pull message cards for you. I don't know, is it because you're Scorpio? Okay. Okay, what would this person want to say to Scorpio? What would this person want to say to Scorpio? What would this person want to say to Scorpio? I was selfish and stuck in my ego. I'm in love with you. I don't know how to handle my emotions right now. So I feel like that's like the Son of Swords right now. They may feel this certain urge to come forward, and they're trying to maintain emotional equilibrium, but they're feeling a sense or desire to come forward, to communicate with you. And they may feel like you have your defenses up and that you are maintaining some sort of boundary because of anything that may have happened in the past. And I don't want to be toxic anymore. So I don't know if there was anything toxic that they've done in the past. So you'll be able to know that from your own situation. But if that's the case, the person, you know, wants to be, well, with those being selfish and stuck in their ego, that was the toxic thing that they did. So yeah, that aligns. I should have fought for you. Maybe they weren't as proactive as you were with expressing interest or, you know, effort in the relationship, and they feel like now they realize that they weren't giving in as much as they thought they were. They realized that they weren't giving as much as they should have. So yeah, that's your message, Scorpio. So that's something to look out for the week of March 31st. I hope this reading resonates, and if it does, please like, share, and subscribe to Artemis Oracle. Thank you so much, and take care, Scorpio. Bye. Hello, Sagittarians. This is Tan from Artemis Oracle doing your reading for the week ahead. Let's see what you need to know for the week ahead, Sagittarius, for the week of March 31st. What do Sagittarians need to know for the week of March 31st, Spirit? this deck over. What does Sagittarius need to know for the week ahead? For March 31st, Spirit. What does Sagittarius need to know for the week ahead? Okay, say less. Signs and healer. Okay, you may be going through a healing process and you're seeing the signs. You feel like the best thing for you to do is just to keep to yourself, to say less. You may be working with spirit to heal. You may be getting downloads. You may be at this healing point where you're trying to get your energies up because of you're noticing signs within yourself. You may be noticing signs with your energy levels. You notice that if you keep moving forward, that you're going to get hurt because there's going to be some level of risk. So your best bet is to stand down and take care of yourself. Stay safe. Maintain, protect your energy from whatever. And you may be dealing with someone who may be talking a lot or maybe asking you to talk, to communicate. You may be keeping whatever you're healing from a secret from others. So it may be you that's saying less. And my throat chakra, it just gave out. So hold on a minute. I gotta get something to drink. Coffee is like the last thing I should be drinking, but it's the closest thing I had to me. Okay. Yeah, so you may be saying less. You may be keeping your thoughts to yourself at this time. Maybe you're being called to keep to yourself, to say less. There may be somebody trying to get some sort of reaction out of you. So you know your best bet is just to keep to yourself, especially if you've been hurt. Like say if this is an emotional situation and you know, you're trying not to react in a negative way. And you may be feeling some sort of sensitivities at this time. So you're trying to protect yourself, protect your energy. And you're following your intuition by not engaging with this, by saying less or just not reacting at all. So what does this say less for Sagittarius? What does this say less for Sagittarius? What does this say less for Sagittarius? I'm going to say something, Sagittarius. I just met somebody who's a Sagittarius, and he is so cool. He is so cool. Me and him have we have really good conversations. So, and plus my grandmother was a Sagittarius, and she's looking at me right now. She passed away, but I have her picture near me, and she's looking at me. Yeah, so he's really cool. So, I don't know if I've dealt with many Sagittarius in the past, but he's pretty cool. So if he's any indication of the rest of you Sagittarians, then you're pretty cool. All right, so you have Three of Cups. There may be somebody, I mean, we've seen Three of Cups a lot. So this may have to do with some type of work dynamic, group, friends. Maybe somebody's going through something, or maybe you have been talking to your friends, but maybe it's asking for you to say less. Don't talk to your friends so much. Maybe not tell them so much information. Maybe there's some things you need to keep to yourself. You may be seeing signs that anything that you have told them may have been told to other people. And especially if you're working towards something like opportunities, especially if there's something, I'm thinking opportunities, if there's opportunities that you want and you're telling your friends, they may be people who may not be supportive of you. They may be trying to talk you out of it. Or they may give you reasons why you shouldn't do this or that. But, you know, I think it's time for you to keep to yourself. You may ask to keep to yourself and focus on yourself, your healing. Especially if you are, at this point, are vulnerable in any way. Tell me more about this say less. So that's the Six of Cups. So there may be some talk about something from the past that may be coming up. Something that you have healed from or you're still healing from that's coming up this week of March 31st, Sagittarius. So I think you just have to be very careful with what you're saying at this time. It may come back to haunt you in some way. It may trigger you in some way. Someone may try to come back and trigger you with gossip or something. Father of Wands. Well, you are a fire sign, but this is Aries energy. But this could be you. You know, you may be someone who will like, you know, like freaking bite somebody. Like the snake is, you know, this is a cobra, so they're venomous. So I feel like right now it's like whatever may come up and someone may bring up that's trying to dredge up like past shit. I think that they may be trying to get some type of reaction from you. They probably want to get you upset, get you to do or say something that you may regret. So I think you're already, if this is something that has happened in the past, you already know what to do to avoid. So you're maybe aware of the signs. You may be seeing the signs and you're just being asked to heal, especially if it's something that kind of triggers a wound by now. Signs, yeah, it's like keep your guard up. You probably, it's something that you've experienced in the past before, so you already know what to expect, you know, if you were to react to whatever it is that's coming up. Yeah, maybe a fire sign you dealt with in the past with the Mother of Wands and her negative, egotistical, selfish energy. But I feel like with the Sun and the Ten of Pentacles, that you healing is going to work out in your favor. It's going to bring you happiness. It's going to bring you harmony. It's going to bring you light. It's going to bring you joy. It's going to bring you whatever you consider happiness to be for you. But it's also going to allow you to bring the healing, the staying away from this, just taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself, allowing yourself to be healed by spirit, by angels, and taking in like and restoring your energy. With the Sun coming out, that's like also an indication too that you should probably go out, be out more in the sun. You know, that it's gonna allow you to get the abundance. You taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself is going to bring you abundance. You disengaging from any drama or from the past is going to allow you to heal, to resurge your energy, to bring in and attract abundance for yourself. Yeah. But it's also like with the Hermit too, it's like don't stay in too much. Don't completely isolate yourself, because you know that really doesn't do you any good. So I feel like with a Hermit in reverse is asking for you to not withdraw completely or hide yourself away, but allow yourself to be seen, allow yourself to shine, allow yourself to be recognized for your efforts, for your healing, and you know, allow yourself to receive whatever it is that you want to receive, because we have the Eight of Cups. So that's, it's like, sorry, Seven of Cups, because there are going to be options that are going to be available to you, especially if this is a past relationship and that has affected you deeply and has hurt you. You know, don't allow yourself to be seen and open yourself to options that are going to be available to you, that are going to open up to you, you know. And whatever feelings you have, with the Moon showing up, maybe what this is asking for you to do. Oh, look at this, look at the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so if there is someone that you're interested in that may be a Capricorn, you know, they may be asked to, like, you know, if you have some sort of like hidden emotions for somebody, or possibly are feeling depressed, you know, or holding back, don't do that. You know, like it's understandable, especially if you're healing, that you want to protect yourself. But you know, when you do that, you're limiting what you have access to. You're limiting your options. So don't hide yourself away anymore. You know, allow yourself to receive what it is that you deserve, you know. But with the Devil coming in with the Three of Wands, so this could be Capricorn. So you know, Capricorns, they're known for being very organized and very focused and hardworking. So continue to do that. Focus your energy on what is important to you, but don't be a workaholic. Don't be a workaholic. There could also be that, you know. Don't allow yourself to be overworked, and you know, call on others to collaborate with, you know. Also consider how you can expand your future, you know, expand your finances in some way, you know, and something unexpected may come towards you, Sagittarius, you know. And you may meet somebody who's going to nurture and love you, allow you to feel safe and secure and emotionally feel stable enough to express your emotions. Yeah, so let's see what your advice is, Sagittarius. What's the advice for Sagittarius at this time? I hope that reading makes sense. Sometimes stuff is coming out my mouth and I'm like, what? And then I forget what I'm saying. I have to watch the video and be like, how should I title this? Advice, patience. You know, if there's something that you're working towards that you haven't seen results with, patience is going to be required. Like they say, patience is a virtue. You're being asked to practice patience right now. It's not easy to do this, but you're strong, and there's a reason why things aren't aligning in the way you want them to in this moment. Have patience. It will eventually work out. So I believe, I was saying that, you know, you take time to heal. Whatever it is, it's going to take time. Whatever opportunity you're trying to work towards, or whatever you're seeing, that it just hold off on taking any type of action. You know, it's especially if you don't want to interfere with anything. If things aren't aligning the way you want, is because whatever it is that you want isn't necessarily what you deserve, or it doesn't really align with your purpose, with your destiny in some way. So be patient. And it could also be with a person too. Like if there's a person, yeah, you're interested in and nothing has happened, just be patient. Maybe something will happen over time, or, you know, something better will come along that will, you know, or someone better suited. I would say that, because you can't really say someone better, you know. Okay, what's this card? Speak up. What are you not saying that's eating you up inside? You can't keep this in forever. It's time to let it out so you can move on and be happy. I feel like it's the opposite, because we have to say less. This is contradicting itself, but I feel like, you know when to speak up. You'll know when it's safe to speak up and when it's not. When you can ruin an opportunity by speaking at the wrong time, or when it's the right opportunity to speak up and let your truth be heard. Yeah, and I mentioned about expansion, you know. I swear I saw the card that made me think of expansion. Yeah, the Three of Wands. Yeah, the Three of Wands is about expansion. It's about thinking about the future, thinking about how things, you know, it's about thinking about how you, after you reach the Two of Wands, you make a decision about something. You're at a crossroads and you make a decision. Then you make a decision, but then it's like, okay, how can I make this happen? You know, after making that decision, what steps do I need to take? You're being asked to expand. You live in a huge world with endless possibilities. It's time to imagine the possibilities and go for them. Just think of all the possibilities that can exist for your circumstance, especially if it's with work or even relationships. You don't have to limit yourself to one person. You know, you can have fun just as long as you're being honest and let everybody know where they stand. But it's also expanding your circle, expanding your view, not looking at things from a limited perspective. You know, sometimes when we introspect, we can only see things for so much, you know. Introspection can allow us to see within ourselves and understand ourselves deeply, but still we need to understand the world around us and how we interact with the world, how we co-create with the world, the people around us, our communities, our jobs, our friendships, our families, or even our relationships. So I think that's what it's asking for you to do. But I feel like you know when to speak up and when to say less. So I hope this reading resonates in some way for you, Sagittarius. If it does, please like, share, and subscribe to Artemis Oracle. I thank you so much, and I'm wishing you a wonderful day ahead. Bye. Wonderful week ahead. Bye. Hello, Capricorn. This is Tam from Artemis Oracle doing your reading for the week ahead for March 31st. What do Capricorns need to know for the week ahead, Spirit? Naive. Okay. You may be being naive or someone else is being naive. Okay. What else does Capricorn need to know? Okay. Okay. Ooh. All right. I feel like with a naive card, it has to do with you, with a wish that you probably had as a child. So then, you know, because when you're young, you really don't know how things work, but then you have this wish about something that you've always wanted to do, always dreamt of doing, or always wanted. But I feel like it's finally coming true. You may be traveling this week, or you're probably going to be getting an opportunity to travel, and you're going to be finding out about it this week, on the week of March 31st. It's probably somewhere you always wanted to go. It's funny because it says good news. So you might be receiving good news. I thought of Amsterdam. not Amsterdam, but you know, Holland, Netherlands, where they have the windmills. So you may be traveling to Europe, you may be traveling to the Netherlands, and maybe somewhere you never went before, but it's going to bring you happiness. It's going to be some sort of vacation opportunity. It doesn't necessarily have to be the Netherlands, but it could just be you traveling somewhere. I just thought of Netherlands because I remember seeing the windmills over there. But the opportunity to travel is going to bring you so much happiness, because it's somewhere you've always wanted to go as a child. A dream that you never thought would come true, or you just probably forgot about. Something that you thought about when you were younger, and it's an unexpected blessing. Oh, wow, you're having a great week ahead. So something unexpected is unexpected good news. It doesn't necessarily have to be travel, but it could, because we have the good news and this indicating, like, it just reminded me of Netherlands, and then a vacay. So you may be going somewhere, you may be taking a break, you may be getting vacation time, unexpected vacation time. You may have won a vacation in some way. You may have like participated in a raffle or some type of giveaway and it turned out in your favor. These cards want to come out. The Empress, okay. With the Empress, it could be you be going, wait, that's like a mother figure. So maybe you are a mother, Capricorn. Maybe you are a mom and you're finally going to get a vacation. You're probably going to be able to go somewhere. Naive. It kind of gives me it's the full energy, basically. So it's somewhere you've never been before. If it's travel, it's something you've never done before. It's an experience that's going to be very new to you. We have the Daughter of Pentacles. It's like it's like a message you're gonna receive, some type of message. It could be some notification. It could be a gift. So you may be gifted something. Gifted, that's the good news. You may be receiving a gift that brings you happiness for someone. Tell me about the good news. Tell me about the good news. I feel like the whole one is saying that. Okay. Oh, wow. I think that it's some type of painful ending that you experienced, but it's something that you're glad it's finally over because it allows you to move forward. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be painful. It may have been painful for somebody, but it's good news to you. Maybe, maybe you hurt somebody's relationship ended. It's bringing you happiness, but I don't know. This doesn't seem like a love reading at all. Okay, so tell me about happiness. What is this happiness? What is this happiness for Capricorn? Okay. Yeah, it's some new beginning. Something that you've been working on. You may have collaborated on, and it's allowing you to have some sort of new beginning. It's bringing you happiness. You're possibly seeing some sort of growth. And it's funny because the wand has like these flowers blooming, and then here the happiness is the roots, and then the flowers budding, and then eventually the bloom. So that may be something that you're seeing a lot of good results with, and it's going to allow you to finally feel like you can finally rest, like you could take a break, because you're seeing the success that you wanted to achieve come. Words escape me. You're seeing results blooming or growing from whatever it is, and it's bringing you happiness. It's something that you started new, but you're happy about it. Can you tell me more? Yeah, it's like you faced some sort of battles, but it's like you gave it something another try, and then now you're seeing the results that you're looking for. Okay. Tell me about vacay. Tell me about vacay. Yeah, that's a lot of cards. Spirit. That's too many cards. Spirit, tell us about the vacay. Okay, this card, the Ace of Wands. Okay. Tell me about vacay. Okay. It seems like it's a break in a conflict. There was some type of conflict. Could have been mental conflict. You're probably being able to take some sort of mental break. But now we have the Son of Cups. So, I did mention somebody breaking up. Like you got good news that somebody's relationship ended. Okay, that's interesting. So Son of Cups with the Five of Swords. So someone is going to come forward to you. Yeah. It's someone that may have been holding out. because the Four Cups here. Someone that has been holding out, they're probably waiting for the right time, waiting for the right offer to come in, and they're coming in with that offer, and it's vacay. So it could be somebody coming forward, you know, maybe they've been holding back their emotions and feelings. They've been conflicted. They've been in mental conflict about this. If it's a relationship, I'm trying to look at it from a work perspective. You may have, you may be taking a break from mental conflict, from some sort of mental or emotional dissatisfaction. But then it's like your emotions, your happiness are surging, and it's allowing you to move forward with something that makes you happy. Tell me more about the Son of Cups and the Four Cups. Okay, something about communication, someone at a crossroads, and sneaky. I feel like somebody was waiting for the right opportunity to come forward with a truth. Because you see the Six of Swords is above the fox, and the sword is hidden. And you could read that as being the Ace of Swords, but it's like the fox is waiting for the right opportunity to come forward, waiting for the right moment, right time, right opening. Because you're at a crossroads, and then you have to choose a path. So they were choosing a path that will allow them to come in. So someone may be sneaking forward to express some truth to you. And it may be a bit shocking. It may come in unexpectedly. And it may have to do with love. It may have to do with love. Or it could be involving something that you love or care about. But it's unexpected blessing. Let's see what's under the unexpected blessing. Friends. This is... Friends. No outlook. Inner strength. It's the roots. Roots. I feel like you... Capricorn. Did it? No. Where am I up to? Is this Aquarius or Capricorn? Oh my gosh, I don't remember. I'm gonna have to stop filming to figure that out. I need my zodiac cards now. I think this is Capricorn. Yeah, Capricorn. I'm sorry. I just lost my track. All right, Capricorn. Unexpected blessing, friends. This may be somebody that you're friends with that's extending an offer to you. They're inviting you out. They're bridging some sort of gap with you. There may have been a little, like they want to take your relationship to another level because they see you from a different perspective. They may be the one who was naive, and then they, you know, may have held a torch for you for a long time, but they heard that your relationship ended in some way, and it made them happy, and it made them want to come forward towards you. And they may be inviting you on some type of vacation, or they know that you're on a break from something, and they want to express their emotions toward you. You know, and I feel like they know now is the right time, because they know that you're no longer in a situation anymore, if this is a love reading. But I feel like it kind of took that turn, and I wasn't trying to make it take that turn, but it was just something that popped in my head, where like someone's happy that something ended, you know. This may be somebody that you worked with, and who knows the stuff that you've gone through, the hardships, the battles that you've gone through in the past, but they see that an opportunity has come up, and they see that they may see that you're open, that you're free, that you're in a good place to receive them or be receptive to their offer. And they may be coming in sneaky. They may have been watching you. They may have been like waiting for the right opportunity, possibly waiting for the right information. They've possibly been waiting for you to get past the Six of Swords so that they can slink their way into your life, or, you know, at least slink their way into, you know, why do I want to say your DMs? Yeah, because they may reach out to you through a DM, you know. But they see that there's an opening, and that they want to take a chance, and yeah, try to, you know, build a more romantic relationship with you in some way. I think they're going into trying to find their inner strength to come forward, especially if this is something that they've been wanting for a long time. And yeah, they just want to be, when they come forward, they want to feel balanced in some way, or they may see you as the yin to their yang, you know. So I'm gonna leave the reading there for you. Capricorn. I hope it's Capricorn. I'm so sorry. I don't have any cards. I should have had cards with me. But yeah, I hope this reading resonates with you. If it does, please like, share, subscribe to Artemis Oracle. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm wishing you a wonderful week ahead. Hello Aquarius, this is Tam from Artemis Oracle doing a week ahead reading for March 31st. So let's find out what the Aquarians need to know for the week of March 31st. I hope you're doing well and staying safe. Okay, awakening. So maybe getting some sort of awakening, understanding, information, guidance, on counseling. Oh yeah, guidance. I said guidance. So maybe getting some advice from somebody, maybe legal advice. It could be possibly you're seeing a counselor, a therapist, someone who is helping you, some sort of advisor, spiritual advisor possibly, who's going to allow you to get some insight about something, or at least give you some insight, understanding, and about, or knowledge about how you can be happy, how you can be, or find peace, find happiness within yourself. But also with the signs coming out, that you're being more aware about signs. You're seeing some signs and synchronicities that's providing you some kind of guidance and support as you're working through something that is meant to bring you happiness this week. You may be getting some signs and synchronicities about something that you may have, you anticipate happening this week that is going to bring you happiness. You may be receiving some good news. You may have been having some dreams about something specific. You may be writing a book. You may be receiving some type of, you're anticipating receiving some sort of communication, because you see a lot of letters are flying. You're getting a lot of information. You're getting a lot of knowledge, possibly a lot of feedback that's going to allow you to see things from a different perspective, but also get a different, and give you information that you need. Stuff that's the signs or synchronicities that are guiding you are going to keep you aware of any risks that may arise, and let you know how to proceed. Like if it's something that you should not engage in, or is something that's safe. Is it something that's too risky, or is it safe? Is the opportunity a safe opportunity where it brings you happiness, or is it an opportunity that will put your happiness at risk? Okay, so let's find out about this awakening. What is this awakening that Aquarians may be experiencing in the week of March 31st? What awakening is this for March 31st for Aquarians? For Aquarians. Okay. Let's got one card. Okay. Daughter of Wands. So that's a Page of Wands. So you may be getting some kind of communication that is going to get a little stuck right now. You're going to get some information that is going to... I'm getting stuck right now. For some reason, I'm stuck. What is this Daughter of Wands? Maybe a fire sign you're dealing with, Aquarius? Okay. With the Hermit, if you've been a Hermit that you haven't been really engaged with other people, you're going to get some kind of communication that's going to ignite a fire within you. It's going to cause you to want to take new steps. You may be... getting more in tune with your spirituality, with this moment of introspection that you've been experiencing. When you taking a break or not engaging or detaching from social situations has allowed you to reconnect with your intuition, reconnect with source, allow you to receive downloads, information that is providing you some support and guidance in whatever you're trying to move towards, especially if it's something of a creative endeavor. Let's find out about counseling. What is this counseling? What is this counseling? Yeah, it's like you've been getting some signs, synchronicities, downloads, something about what you should do, how you should move forward and proceed so that you can become financially secure, financially stable, financially independent. Some more. Hierophant. It could be something, yeah, I'm getting spiritual. Like you may be going to some spiritual advisor, or you could be reconnecting with religion. You may be seeing a rabbi. I don't know what Muslims have. I don't know what they're called. They're kind of like imam, and then you may be seeing a priest. But you're getting some information. It may be something that you feel like this sense of urgency towards going towards. Maybe you're feeling this sense of urgency to like take like quick, swift action when it comes to this. If this isn't about spirituality in some way, it could be about a relationship. You could be have been thinking about or getting signs, having dreams about someone that you're gonna possibly meet. This person may be a Virgo, or they may be a fire sign, but this person may be coming forward with communication about some feelings that they have for you, or passion or attraction that they have towards you. This may surprise you because you may not have been looking at this person in that way, but you know, all the information that you've been getting, what you've been focusing on, or how this person is viewing you, is they see you as someone who is secure, who is financially stable, who is independent, and they feel this urge to come towards you to have and offer you some sort of commitment. It could possibly even be a job offer from some institution, from like it could be from like a higher education, it could be from the courts, it can be from like a church or a religious institution that may be coming forward with very quick communication, unexpected communication. They may be very aggressive with their offer, with the offer towards you. It may be surprising to you. I know that much. Hopefully the person isn't aggressive. I mean, like if you're coming forward with a job offer, I wouldn't want, if someone's coming at you aggressively, very trying like to be impatient and wanting you to make a decision about something very quickly. This is something that you have to be wary of, especially if you are someone who is financially abundant, who is financially secure, who is financially independent. You don't want to fall into some trap where someone is trying to gain access to your resources, you know. So it could possibly be that, you know. So if someone is coming at you aggressively and wanting you to give an answer right away, then that's an opportunity that you should avoid. If you explain to them or express to them that you need time to think over the opportunity to see if it's the right fit for you, then you will know how they respond to that. If it's an offer that you should even consider at all. If they insist that you say yes right away, then you know that's an offer, an opportunity that is risky, that will impact your happiness. That's a risk to your happiness. But if it's an offer that they say, yes, take your time, you know, you could contact us if you have any questions, or anything, you know, whoever this person that's reaching out to you, giving this offer to you, this new opportunity, something that you may be passionate about, or that you care about, or, you know, lights a fire in you. But that's how you'll know if it's a good opportunity or not, based on their willingness to allow you time to think it over, you know, and not rush you into making a decision And I think that's the advice that you have, is just to consider if this opportunity is something that's going to bring happiness, it's going to bring you happiness, or it's going to interfere with your happiness. Is this an opportunity that you should avoid completely? Is this an opportunity that's too good to be true? Is this an opportunity that's going to end up being the bane of your existence? Is this going to be an opportunity that is going to have you overworked and underpaid? Are you going to feel trapped? Are you going to feel bound to this opportunity in any way? So I'm going to get you some advice cards. This is a very interesting reading. I did not expect this, and something fell. I don't think. Let me see what it is. Have faith. It's not easy to have faith and trust that everything is going to be okay. Yet you must do exactly that, because when you have faith, your life will begin to flow in magical ways that you never imagined were possible. Now I'm going to say this because this popped into my mind. If you are in a situation where you need a job, I feel like if it's the right opportunity, you will know. And if it isn't, don't feel obligated to take an offer that doesn't fit with you, that doesn't align with you. Have faith that the right one will. So be patient. That's what I'm getting from that. Okay, what else? Give. One of the best feelings we can experience is giving to others. Think of one way you can give to another today. So if you've been kind of withholding yourself or not really giving into anything, just know that, there's ways to give where you're not overextending yourself, where you're not overgiving. If you're facing some type of financial, if this is something that you want, that you've been counseling on or asking for help or assistance with getting to become financially stable, financially independent, and you're not able to give any monetary, like donate or donate to charities or anything, know that your time is valuable, and maybe possibly if there is something that you really care about, you may consider volunteering, giving some of your time, because maybe that will open up an opportunity that aligns with you, and that will ignite a passion, within you. Okay. And presence. Be present. You're being asked to spend more time in the present moment, to stop ruminating about the past. If you have been stressing out about something from the past, it's time to, be more present. There's nothing you can do in the past to change anything. And maybe this is a reminder to someone who needs it, that there's nothing you can do in the past. The past is in the past. You could take the lessons from it and see how you can do things differently. Because if anybody else was involved, there's nothing you can do about them. You can only look at your actions, how you were involved, how you contributed to whatever happened, because we all play a part in our lives, even if it means allowing people to do certain things, or allowing people to get away with doing certain things to us. So at this time, just look at where you are right now. Think about what you want right now, what you desire, what you need, because you need to be at this present moment and focused on what it is that aligns with you, so that you can bring it forth and you could go towards that. Like they keep saying, you can't drive looking in the rearview mirror. You can't be looking at the past while you're trying to move forward. That's impossible. So you have to stay present in the moment that you're in, and so that you know what actions you can take based on how you're feeling at the moment. And then you could consider what things you can do to move forward into the future. Have faith, give where you can, and be present in this moment, and look for the signs, look for the synchronicities, because I feel like you're getting some type of information that is guiding you, providing you some guidance and support at this time, and the most important thing is you could be present and try to find little things in your life that you're grateful for, so that you could be, at this mindset of happiness and gratitude, because that's the most important thing, especially being present in the moment, because though there may be challenging times that you may have faced that caused you to want to go into hermit mode, those times have passed, and now it's time to move forward, even if it's moving forward slowly. It's, just try to work on being present in the moment and thinking about the things that bring you happiness. Think about the future, what happiness will mean to you in the future, what you envision your happiness being in the future, So I hope this reading resonates with you some way. And if it does, please like, share, and subscribe to Artemis Oracle. Thank you so much for watching it, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Aquarius. I fixed that, Pisces. Make sure it's nice and straight. Okay. Hello, Pisces. This is time from Artemis Oracle doing your reading for the week ahead. Wow. Oh, overthinking, love. Okay. One more spirit for Pisces. What does Pisces need to know about the week ahead? Wow. Okay. Ooh, okay. Okay. Counseling. What I'm getting is that you may be someone who overthinks, who is overthinking. And, you know, think about Venus is in Pisces. So you may be having some thoughts right now, especially when it comes to your past relationships, how you were in relationships, the past heartaches you've experienced. And you may be getting a lot of thoughts. So don't allow your thoughts to be confusing. Try to, and if you feel you may be receiving counseling, you may need to talk to someone, get advice, counseling, support from someone, maybe possibly going to a friend, a trusted friend that who is able to give you sound advice without judgment. They can be, what you call it, it's not impartial, but that might be the best word that's the word I could think of. But they are objective advice. That's what I meant to say. So, you know, so at this time, you know, don't allow any illusions from the past or, you know, fears of heartbreak or of you're having your heart broken or being disappointing you interfere with you receiving love or meeting someone new. Because I feel like you may be talking to somebody that you are considering as I hate saying a love option, but there's someone that you're seeing in that way, and you may be overthinking it because you may be thinking about the past, and you may be thinking about all the experiences, all the thoughts, all the pain, all the sadness that you may have experienced in the past, and thinking, what if I give this person a chance? What if I meet this person in the middle and then, you know, it turns to shit? But I feel like this is the time to look at past patterns, to think of how you've shown up in relationships, how things can be done differently. Also see the way that you give into relationships. Are you allowing yourself to overgive? Are you allowing yourself to receive? Are you holding other people accountable and making sure that they're meeting your needs the same way you're meeting theirs, and vice versa, you know? You know, so I'm also getting childhood stuff because I don't know, like the head, it's giving me like a childlike silhouette, but the silhouette of a child. So you may be ruminating about the past. Maybe you may have witnessed your mother being sad and heartbroken, and you may have some fear or insecurity about love itself. I know that's random, but just that popped into my mind too. So let's see. What are the Pisceans overthinking at this time? What is it that Pisceans? Let's see, what is this? So we can narrow this down. Okay. 6. So you may be overcoming these thoughts, these self-limiting thoughts. It's something that you were in conflict with before, but it's something that you're overcoming because you may have met somebody, or you will be meeting somebody, or you're even considering, like, what if I meet somebody? Like, what do I want? But the overthinking isn't good. But the fact that the 6 of Wands came out is showing that it's something that you're overcoming, that it's an obstacle that you're overcoming, and that you're rising above. And it's something that you're transforming your thoughts. You're transforming the way you think. Okay, so let's find out about love. What is this love? Mother of Swords. So this person may be an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. So you may be dealing with an air sign, or the person that you're looking for is going to be someone, or the person coming forward may be someone who is honest, who has integrity, who is creative, intelligent, funny, mentally stimulating in some way, and you may like that or love them about them, or that may be how you feel, or that may be what you're looking for in love. Tell me more about love and the Queen of Swords. Maybe you experienced divorce in the past, and now you're open up to love, but you're using your discernment now. You're seeing, that the wisdom that you've gained from the past experience is what is going to allow you to see things, to be illuminated, to see people for who they truly are, you know. And you know that you have that sword that you can wield, that you can cut anybody off if they aren't they are showing any red flags that you are well aware of from the past experience. So Ace of Pentacles. So there is somebody coming forward with an offer. It may be a new beginning, stable beginning with love, with an earth sign possibly, or it could be an air sign, you know. I got earth sign again, Father of Pentacles. It may be somebody, it may be a Taurus specifically, but it could be an earth sign in general. Capricorn, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. This person wants to come forward with a love offer. There's someone who is financially stable, mature, emotionally mature, available, who is grounded, and only invest in things that he knows that he can see growth with. And it seems like he can see growth with you, or you may see growth in them. So maybe a Taurus caught your eye. You may see them as an emperor. They may be in a position of authority, or they have this air of authority in them that you like, that you're attracted to, or you may be attracted to this week. So this could be somebody that you're meeting. Yeah, they could be somebody that you're meeting. Okay, tell me about the heartbroken. I think this is someone that you could set down roots with. Someone who is looking for that. The Son of Pentacles. No, this came on the reverse. So the heartbreak could be with somebody from the past who may have been an earth sign too, who you felt like wasn't willing to invest, or maybe, you know, the Knight of Pentacles is someone who is usually very methodical. They say it's slowest night, but it's more methodical, who surveys, who gains information. He doesn't act impulsively, like he takes his time. So maybe this person that you met in the past was the opposite of that. They were somebody who was trying to rush something, and that, you know, you may have like wanted, you probably gave into them because of the way they were showing up in some way. It was maybe they were like so focused on you, so dedicated, seemingly dedicated to you, and they wanted to create something with you. So, but it ultimately led to some type of disappointment. Tell me more about the Knight of Pentacles and the Eight of, yeah, the Lovers. The Lovers. Oh, yeah, this is someone that you probably had like a past relationship with. Someone that you felt like you probably dedicated, you put work and effort into it, but it didn't work out. It ended up with heartbreak. So maybe that's what you are. You're probably recovering from that, or have recovered from that, learned from the experience, and are aware of what ways that you can avoid being hurt again, you know. So the Mother of Wands, it's like right now you're in this place where you want to protect yourself. You want to protect your energy. You want to protect your, but I want to say energy, because your eggs are what you create with. We create as feminines with uterus and ovaries. I'm talking about, you know, cisgender woman, are what we create, what we birth. It's like you want to protect that again. You know, and I think you want to protect that after, you know, all the illusions that you may have experienced in the past, or falling for illusions that ended up creating some type of heartbreak, you know. And you're finding the strength to move forward and, you know, overcome your overthinking and wanting to move forward into something that can be prosperous. But I want to find out more about this love. Tell me more about this new love. Love. Father of Swords. So this person is honest, sincere, has integrity, sees things very clearly and has this, he has his head above the clouds. There are no illusions with him. It's like his eyes, he's very focused, it's very clear. He's like very discerning. And it's like this person may be very intelligent, wealthy, and maybe manifesting something, maybe manifesting a relationship, and maybe someone, the type of person that you're trying to manifest at this time. And I feel like when you meet this person this week, or you encounter them, you're going to feel very like, you're going to feel lucky, and you feel like it's going to give you some sort of hope about the future. Because even if whatever this is, it's like, well, this is the type of person I would like, you know? So it's like, it seems like things are going your way, like things are aligning for you. So like a new beginning in love is going to happen, a new beginning where you can have the commitment that you couldn't have with this particular person. It may be something that you can have with this particular person, you know? I feel like when I read the Six of Swords, it's like someone who's left behind a past conflict and is moving towards peace. But with the Seven of Swords, it's like the person, it's like you're trying to keep an eye out for like the red flags. But just know, because I swear the Emperor came out, but this is someone that you're going to be the Empress to the Emperor, you know? That this is going to be after all the heartache or pain that you've experienced in the past, because you see this, they look like birds here and birds here. It's like, yeah, it's like you rose above it, and you're going to be at this place where the judgment, the final decision is going to be in your favor. And ultimately, you're going to end up with your world changing. You're going to be going into the world card, which is the end of a cycle. So it's like, and it's going to be the new beginning, because we did have the Fool come out, you know? So it looks like, you know, that this is a lot that can happen, but you possibly are going to be meeting somebody, or you possibly are attracting somebody, and they may be on their way to you, or you're going to be aware of them. You're going to see somebody that's going to catch your eye, and, you know, it's going to restore your faith and love in a way. At least it'll let you know that things are kind of turning out in your favor in some way. It gives you something to look forward to in the future, if not now, you know. But remember to stay present in the moment, you know. Be present in the moment. Okay, I want to get you some advice cards, and then we're going to end the reading. So what advice do we have for the Pisceans? For Pisces. Oh, wow. These cards are so slippery. Advice for Pisces. No. Pisces. Step back. You're being asked to step back from your life in order to gain a perspective. Span out and view your life from a distance so you can get a better perspective. Yeah, I think that's what you've been doing with your overthinking. But I think with the Six of Wands coming out, indicating that, and I shouldn't have put the cards away, but I thought I was going to end the reading, but I forgot to give you advice cards. I think that you stepping back from the overthinking is what's going to allow you to open up and expand your mind, your perspective. You know, and with the counseling, it's like with the knowledge, your mind is going to expand. You're going to see things from a different perspective, and you're going to have a broader viewpoint now. Believe. You're being asked to fully believe in yourself and your dreams. It's time for that idea that's lived inside your heart to be brought into the world so others can benefit from it. Believe that you can bring it to life, and you will do exactly that. And then choice. You're being asked to make a choice that you've been struggling with. It's time to decide which path you're going to take. Listen to your intuition, eliminate everyone else's input, and feel your way into the choice that is right for you. The time is now. So if you are like talking to other people and you're getting a lot of opinions and stuff, this is the time for you to decide what aligns with what you want and what doesn't, and take the information, take the advice, take the guidance that aligns with what works for you, you know? So I'm going to leave the reading there. I hope you have a great week ahead, Pisces. And if this reading resonates, please like, share, and subscribe to Artemis Oracle. Thank you again, and have a great week ahead. Bye.